Hey, this is LQ of LQ Designs, and today we are going to make Dr. Meredith Gray. I've gotten a lot of requests for this on my page, LQ Designs on Facebook. So it's basically PG Lumacy's basic action figure, but what I did was I just changed it around to be Meredith. So she's in her lab coat. She has her hair up because that's what doctors do. So let's get started. You're going to take the loom in the standard position with the pegs offset, and we're going to have to do this around my hands, so please mind my hands. So you just start at the top with her ponytail, which is going to develop later, but in a diagonal, place the bands on the top pegs on a diagonal, and then I'm using all double bands, so I'm not going to go over that every time, but right now we have a triangle. And then for the face, I use the neon orange, and I just go down 3 times on each side. Again, all double bands. And I lied. Only 2 times on each side because of her hair. And we're going to go down all 3 sides, double bands. And then make her chin, I guess you would call it. Middle to the left, double bands. And right to the middle. And we have her, basically her head. We'll do her eyes and stuff later. We go down, they have V-neck scrubs, so I'm going to do 2 for their neck twice so that it shows a little V-neck. And then on the sides, because we want her to be wearing a lab coat, we're going to make her shoulders white. So from the neck to the left, and from the neck to the right. And then I go down each side, again double bands. Hope you can see it. I'm doing this around the camera. Down 4 times with white bands on each side, double bands. Do that again on the other side because we gotta get her lab coat. I know you're making fun of my accent right now. I obviously live in New York. So that's okay, laugh away. My students do it, why shouldn't you? And my double bands are all twisty because I take things apart all the time. Okay, so there's her lab coat. And now for her scrubs, I'm gonna use baby blue, which are kind of hard to find. So you can use Rainbow Loom's Ocean. And actually, now that Meredith is a resident, you could even use regular blue because her scrubs have changed. So I go down with the light blue bands, double bands, 4 times in the middle. I don't know if you can even see it, but because it's contrast. We still need to make her pants, and her pants are also baby blue because she's got her scrubs on. So we're going to go with double bands of baby blue, got to go around the camera, to the bottom, and you will get her pants. So, both sides, and it's kind of a little boring. We might have a cat run in, you never know. One of the cats might run and help. They're my assistants. Or they steal rubber bands, one or the other. Alright, so now we have Meredith's, I can speak, pants. I use little white shoes, but that's up to you. So basically what I did was just capped it 3 times on the bottom left, and capped it 3 times on the bottom right. It's so much easier to do this without making a video. Okay, so we have Meredith's body, baby blue, white, up to her head. And we're going to do her hair last. Alright, so now we need our triangle bands. So, I like to use clear on this so that you can't see it because you have blue and white. And I don't feel like double looping them right now, so I'm not going to, but you can if you want. So we got one here. I know they're really hard to see because they're clear. But it makes it look better at the end. So you do 3, 4, 5 of them. 5 triangles, just like a triple single. And then on the bottom one, before I loop, I just take it and put it above the bottom pin so that it goes like this and we won't see it hang out later. So now we have to make her arms, her hair, and her eyes. So I'm going to stop recording here for a second because my camera's probably going to stop at any moment. Upload this and we'll be right back with part 2. Hey, it's LQ again. Here's part 2 of Dr. Meredith Grey. We have her body all laid out. So we are ready to make her arms and her eyes and her hair. So I'm going to move that aside. I use, instead of the looping around the hook business, it's not really my thing because I drop them all the time. So I'm going to make her arms now. And you can see that it, just like PG Lumacy's figure, attaches right to the shoulder. So I use all double bands for this, and we're using her lab coat. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 layers of white double bands for each arm. So I'm going to do 4 rows of white doubles twice because we need obviously 2 arms. Do one at a time. And then her hands stick out at the bottom, so I'm going to use 2 light neon green bands, and then I'm going to cap it 3 times. Just wrap it. This is instead of putting it on the crochet hook and stuff. I just prefer this method instead. So I'm going to do her other arm. And you're still laughing at my accent, but that's fine. I'm okay with that. It's really a lot easier to do this without using a camera. Now I don't know. Now I know why I don't make videos that often. So actually at all. I've never made a video. So here we go. Tell me how it is. Probably stinks, but that's okay. Alright, I'm rambling. Second arm. And again, capping it. I have to pick it up. Capping it 3 times. Can't see it at all, but I did it. I capped it 3 times. And since I'm here, I'm going to make her hair before I loop. So I'm going to use the color that we use for her hair. In this case, I use the Rainbow Loom Burgundy, but you could use brown. I just don't want to use my brown because I'm almost out. I'm going to make 8 rows of hair. So actually, I'll just start from the top. So I know I have enough room. Just 8 rows down of double bands, and the arrows, I forgot to say this earlier, are pointing toward you. How did an orange get in there? They're pointing towards you. I just prefer to hook this way. It's easier. For me, anyway. You can do it upside down if you'd like. You could also use that technique where you wrap things around the crochet hook. Not my thing. My hands are too shaky for that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, shaky hands. 6, 7, 8, and then same as with the hands, I just take a band and I cap it 3 times onto the last one, and I'm going to loop these extras, except I can't find my crochet hook because a cat probably stole it. So we're going to pause the video. Okay, so we're going to make a slip knot at the top of Meredith's head and pull her off the loom. I had to go back and redo because I missed. Because I have a camera in between my hands. Okay, so here we have Meredith without her bangs. So, see, it's easier to see when she's pretty like that. Okay, so now for this part of her hair, see, we haven't done that part yet. I put it right so that you hide this loop. I put it here in the head area. So the first band next to her head, I go through, oh, broken band. I made, okay, so let's make Meredith's hair tie and bangs. So in this loop right here, I'm going to stick my hook in all 4 bands that we looped when we were working. I'm going to take double bands and pull them through and make a loop. Maybe, because I only got one, so I'm going to do it over. Not so easy to do. You could actually use a finer crochet hook for this, but I don't feel like looking for mine because a cat probably stole it. So, going through all 4 bands from when we looped her head. Again, take 2, pull them through and hook them together like that. So now you have 2 more bands sticking kind of out the side, and we're going to do that so that we have 3 more times. And take 2 bands, same thing. You can lift them up if you want, pull them through, and you have another 4 bands on your hook. And one more time, 2 bands through like that, and then you can put just 1 and make sure you get all of them and make a slip knot. I did a little different this time. Last time I did it on the loom, but you can do it like that. So now she has bangs, but she needs a ponytail holder because we can hide the loop too. So I'm going to take same color as her scrubs. I just put it on the ponytail and I just wrap it around, but I make sure that I get the loop in there. 2, 3. You can do it as many times as you want. So I do it 4 times, and there you go. You have your very own Dr. Meredith Gray Shepherd. And just tweak it to make sure that you like it, and there she is. So I like to push her eyes out so that she looks prettier. And for some reason her leg is crooked, but just pull on it. And there you go, Dr. Meredith Gray by LQ Designs. I hope you liked it, and I hope you subscribe. Thanks.